What's going on is the Wolf, and we are back with another episode of the Wolf Has Spoken podcast. America's, scratch that. The universe fastest growing podcast. I still like saying America's fastest growing podcast, though.
It's the universe, though.
World's fastest growing podcast.
Right.
And I'm excited today for multiple reasons. Not only do I find myself joined by my guy Q, it's been a minute. Holidays just passed.
Yeah.
Happy about that. And we on our subset once again.
Right.
We are labeling this stew number 2.
Okay. It sounded better the first time
You said it out loud.
Yeah.
It sounded a little cheesy.
Subset.
You're going to keep subset. Scratch that from the record.
Mhm.
But yeah, it felt good, man. So how do you feel to be back, man?
It's good, man. You know, it's a great time of year right now. If you're watching this, listen to it, it's the official New Year.
Yeah.
So, New Year, a lot of plans, a lot of, intentions out there, whatever, and
100%.
a lot of energy to build off from the last year.
Yeah, 100%.
After the holidays. So feeling good.
And before we get too far into the episode, let me go ahead and shout out our sponsors. Shout out to Her Fantasy Box. And we got more.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? Let's unpack. We got Be Loved, which is
literally
a
unpacked.
luxury scarf and do-rag company. Literally unpacked.
Mhm.
So we don't have a scarf, but they have scarves available for ladies. But Q ain't got his hair no more, so he don't need a scarf. So
I
because
let the
we got
bundles
fresh
go.
cuts,
I let them go.
yeah, let me open up the blue do-rag.
We putting the dewies on?
Yeah,
All
my
right, put the dewies on. All right.
Tell me how the do-rag feel.
Very
Shout out to Be Loved. Silks. And it's like it got breathable fabric, so
I don't
it's
know
not,
if
like
it's
it's not a regular do-rag.
My
This is a
dewies
luxury
be
do-rag.
custom made because I got a big head, so I don't know if it's like really. I don't know if she got the
The
double X.
for you to be able to. It makes sense. I know. Well, how am I acting like I don't know how to open a do-rag? These really are special do-rags. All right, here we go.
Doing this like a little extensive. All right, hold on.
Oh, I actually like the way this feels.
Yeah, all right, I see it.
Oh yeah, I got a new one. And you know what I like? It feels light, like on my head or whatever the case may be. Like it feels light. Like it don't feel like how a do-rag give you a headache because it feels stuffy. You look stupid.
Yeah.
I probably look. You look fucking stupid. Hold on. Yeah, shout out to Be Loved. Oh yeah,
But it feel good though.
Hold on, we might have to keep these on for a little longer. Well, I'm acting like I don't know. That's the jacket. It's not giving me the
outside with a dewey.
No, some people professional do-rag tires. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not one. I'm gonna have to. You gonna get
Rick.
Rick, you got a
Rick.
body.
Rick.
Rick, the do-rag with a body. Matter of fact, Rick, it's gonna be for you. So big shout out to Be Loved. Can I get a close up real quick?
The
Actually,
pressure putting on camera made me feel like
No, but look, what's funny though? Like this, you don't even feel like I got a do-rag on my head. So I'm actually, I like this. It's super light. It's breathable. And what I like about that is, like, you haven't put a do-rag on in your blood circulation right here. It make you feel like you want to take the do-rag off.
You got to retie it.
I don't even realize that the do-rag is on my head. Like, I might just film like this for the rest of the day. So big shout out to Be Loved. Make sure I go shop with them. They're available online and they're available. You can pick up in Philadelphia. So if you're local, you can literally pick up. And we'll make it our duty, Ricky, be Philly, to put the information on the screen so you can shop with them. But I might keep this showing on.
I respect it.
It look cool though, right?
And I'm not mad at the blue.
Yeah, I like this.
Orange is kind of crazy.
It's different,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the teach is on. But this blue.
No, I mean orange right now is crazy.
Oh, it
Not
just don't
just,
look like-
not
yeah.
just rock. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
but
you
this
want
is
to.
different. Yeah. So before we get farther away from that, I got another suggestion for y'all. So can you put this back over there? I got another suggestion for y'all in regards to resources. So y'all know I'm a huge advocate for when I find resources, I like to provide the resources to my people. So I came across a young lady who offers credit repair services, as I've advertised before. But of course, like there's so many people that need credit repairs. There's so many people that need services, and everybody got their preferences on who they like to work with. So I do know her. We celebrate our birthday together every year. We birthday twins.
Dope.
But I've seen that she been doing her thing on the credit thing. I've seen her get, and she always posts her results. So like one thing I like to check is like what people are saying. So I've seen her results. Even though I told y'all who working on my credit personally, me looking at the reviews, she done got over $500,000 in debt cleared for people. She getting negative items removed, inquiries. She's boosting scores, and not only that, she has a mentorship that teaches people how to start their own credit repair business and make money from it. So
Dope.
yeah, I'm going to actually. I don't know if I'm supposed to give y'all her number, so I'm about to give y'all her gram. No, for real, because I don't want to just give out her number on camera, and it ain't meant to be that. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Shalia. You know what I mean? But the page is Celeste CEO, so that's CELESTT CEO, and her company is called Expansion LLC, but it's XPANSION SION LLC. And she offers credit repair services and mentorship. And y'all know I like to vet people before I bring them to the platform. So based on my experience with her, she's a good person, great energy, super good and efficient with communication, which is something I pay attention to when dealing with businesses.
Communication is
she
key.
posts
Sure.
her results. So on the results that she's posted, I've seen her get a lot of people credit, right? And like I said, even if you don't go for credit repair, to learn how to start your own credit repair company, like it's a lot. Trust me, I have made a lot of money in that space. Like when I was like doing it and helping people, and I know what it can do. So to be able to start that as a side hustle, put some couple hours to your day aside to teach people about not overutilizing their credit, understanding credit reports, being able to teach them how to build credit. Because people think that credit is just, deleting. When you get credit restoration, they think it's just deleting negative items. Yeah. But it's like, all right, you got it removed, but your profile not strong. So you can have a 700, but it's a weak 700. It's nothing on there. So being able to have somebody mentor you and tell you how to go about getting that credit right. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in with Shalia. Celeste CEO, Expansion with X LLC on all platforms. And yeah, let her know the Wolf sent you. As always, I like to say, let her know the Wolf sent you. Because I'm still a businessman.
And shout out to you also for stressing that she's a good communicator. I feel that gets lost in this era of business people, entrepreneurs, where communication goes a long way of how you deal with customer 100%.
Service. And if she don't communicate good, just update me. I'll come back and update y'all. Take that off the record. But talk to me, man.
Yeah.
Holiday season.
Holiday season. Christmas was good. Queen, she got her gifts. She wasn't on the naughty list and like that, whatever. Her teacher had no smut for her. No, but I was like, no. But yeah, it was a good Christmas, a good holidays. So I ain't gonna lie though. So I actually grew up with like a real big festive energy in my household. My mom was into setting up the video camera, the Christmas. Relax. Your childhood was trash. If your Christmas wasn't recorded, it did happen. Like. But having the holiday soundtrack playing, this and that shit like that. So that was our thing. However, I can't say I appreciate it, but it didn't really trickle down to where I want to carry that. Like, it ain't really in me. Like, I just like seeing it. When I see other people public, that's dope. But I don't really got it. Yeah. And my girl, she didn't come up from a household like that. So she be trying to talk about it, but then trying to get me to do it. It's like
you the executor.
Yeah, I don't really got it. So my mom, moms be shady. Yeah. So my mom came over on Christmas Day to celebrate with us, the baby, whatever. We had our gifts that were already been open.
Is that the baby?
Yeah, for my baby. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So she, baby. Yeah. The gifts were never wrapped. I've been bought, just gave it to her. It is what it is, whatever.
You didn't wrap the gifts?
I don't got it for
First
y'all.
of all, let me add this to the record. I called Q at about 11 a.m. on Christmas. I'm like, y'all done opening gifts? He said, done. My daughter's still asleep.
That's a fact.
We didn't even start. I said, hold the fuck up. Because, even if you go to sleep at 3 a.m., you still up at 6.
That's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. It was 11 a.m. I said, well, what did you put in the cup?
That's if you got something to wake up to. She's like, nigga, ain't nothing there. What am I waking up to? I'll stay asleep.
I seen everything.
It's just a Wednesday now. So my mom came over with like 2 gifts. And she like, baby, where the rest of my gifts? Oh, no, they at my house where the real Christmas decorations are. Like, so you open it tomorrow with all the trees. It's like, okay,
You didn't have a tree?
No, I don't got it for you.
Wasn't it Christmas?
It was Wednesday.
Nigga crib looked like mine. My crib had no kids in it though.
But other than that, had a good day.
Yo, so funny thing is, for me, so I didn't spend Christmas with my daughters this year. It was just a Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie. I was on FaceTime and my oldest daughter, I sent her money and she was just like, I'm letting my money build up so I can go buy what I want. So she said she want to get something expensive. So I'm like, what's expensive to you? So she was like, she want to make a couple $500 purchases. I'm just like,
a couple.
Well, she started with one, but then I'm like, you could. So she like, no, like the one was just saying it, but it indicated that it's not.
That's,
so I just skipped
that's number one.
Yeah, but so that was her thing. So we were just on FaceTime, and then my youngest daughter, she opened her gifts on and I did something different. I sent her mom money, which I normally don't do. I normally would she offered me the opportunity, like, yo, you want just like Amazon and stuff here, and just like I'm like, no, that's cool. I want to try something different, so I just sent her some money, and my daughter was happy, and that was that. I watched her on FaceTime. But I wasn't in the holiday season. Like it wasn't like I got invited to go to a holiday type. But I'm like, it's like that's like a family day. Like I'm a chill. Like I talked to my kids, I talked to my mom, and really I stayed in the crib. But what it was like a day off for me, a legit day off. Like not a day off where I take a day off, but it was a day off because literally I couldn't do nothing. Nothing was open there. Nothing. So it wasn't like. And then mind you, when I put my Instacart order in, it said it'd be there Thursday. So I'm like, fuck. So when I
you
think
fucking insane, man. Want me out here driving on
what I had for fucking Christmas the food, I had breakfast potato. I had like breakfast potatoes and something else for breakfast. Might have been eggs or something. Then for lunch, I might have had a PB&J. And then for dinner, I had mozzarella sticks.
Literally
so like,
just a Wednesday.
Literally just a Wednesday. Like because my groceries didn't come. So I couldn't cook, couldn't do nothing. And that was on me for waiting. So I wasn't really like feeling the spirits, but it wasn't in a way that was like low vibrational. It was just like, it didn't feel like Christmas. It was just like regular day. But I did enjoy seeing everybody online, enjoying they family time. And I was like, yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Yeah. Like again, I don't even love that I don't have the Christmas energy because, but my daughter, she be all right. It's cool. Like, she still get what she wants.
So if I had when I had the kids, of course, like, because ideally I want to do the movies and I did see y'all watch a Christmas movie, though.
For sure. That's a given.
Because you're just a movie connoisseur. That's why.
That too. And I do think it's important to be like, yo, certain days, let's at least spend time. Like, I ain't going to be downstairs in a room. Like, let's watch whatever we watching together type shit.
I enjoyed that off day.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, that would have been a vibe because, like I said, everything was closed. So it was like, literally, if I wanted to do something, I couldn't. So I really was like, yo, let me get organized. Like, let me enjoy this day off. And I legit enjoyed the day off.
For sure.
I enjoyed it.
Definitely got to maximize those. Do you believe in the idea of, like, if a kid doesn't, let's say do their responsibility as a child, whether it's being in school, doing well in school, other shit going on?
I'm taking Christmas away 100% if that's where you're leading.
Being taken away?
I did it last year. Like,
okay.
So that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of these things come up and people talk about what they would do in certain predicaments. Ask my kids if they got anything last year for Christmas. Literally, like, one of them caught collateral damage.
I was going to say, damn, they both
So I think we did get her, I think I gave her money because she older. So I feel like I gave her some money, but we had a tree. It was this time I'm in my relationship, it's fully decorated. It's not one gift under the tree. Like, I stood so far on business.
Man, sicko.
I stood so far on business because the thing is like we have to teach children accountability. I say it all the time. So you got to understand that, like, the being celebrating or whatever the case may be, if that's just being in the holiday spirits, you don't have to get gifts.
For sure.
So it's like, I'm not about to spend my money that I worked for, that if I didn't work for, we wouldn't have, to take care of something that you didn't work for. So you're not respecting the work that you have to do, and you want me to use the money that I had to respect the work I had to do to buy you gifts. Absolutely not. Christmas will not happen.
No, I definitely.
Christmas happened, but the gifts won't.
Right, yeah. No, it was Christmas on calendar, for sure. You just wasn't celebrating that calendar. But no, I definitely, when I saw people talking about it, I definitely wholeheartedly believe in it as well. Of course, I haven't come across that yet, but I like, that's the thing too. Like, I'm okay with being like the bad cop. Like, even just a little shit with a 4-year-old. Like, if I got to snap on my door, do whatever, I feel nothing. Like, it's my girl.
That's
whenever,
what men add though.
Yeah, my girl, whenever she maybe got to yell or something, she
gotta go back and apologize.
Yeah, like,
I feel bad, so I gotta make it up. Okay.
Yeah, like, so the day she ever gets a D on a class or shit like that or whatever's going on, it's like, oh, okay. Save me some money. Say less. Thank you, actually.
Like, literally. And it was funny because I'm like, I should feel bad that I don't feel bad. Like, it was literally like, all right, bet. And it's like, like, every year around that season, it's like, people are spending. Like, it's a lucrative season if you have the right business. But people don't really invest in personal development and certain at the thing. That's what I was doing in the space. So it's like, and we still got to pay bills next week? Oh, yeah, I'm cool. So, I feel like they still got gifts from the other parents. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, but it was just like, I stood on business. I said that I'm not going to celebrate Christmas if they grades ain't good. Well, I'm not going to buy them gifts because we still celebrated. We had a Christmas dinner. We still did all of the celebrations, but it was just no gifts.
You didn't keep them in the closet all day. Like,
no, absolutely. I didn't punish them. You didn't get nothing extra. Like, it was like this. Basically, I was trying to explain in real life scenario that your performance determines your outcome. And the best way for me to show that is for you to understand that if you don't perform well in school, because it's not just predicated on school, as well as in your energy in the household. I used to have a board where I used to grade, like, my stepdaughter, like, performance stars. No, I think I did all of them, but she was just there more than them. So it was like, I'm grading how you do the dishes. I'm grading how your energy is around the house, literally from A, B, C, F. So I didn't put no D's on it. It was A, B, C because the board wasn't that big. But based on how your grades is was determine how much allowance I'm going to give you. Because you always asking me for allowance. So, all right, cool. You got to average at least a B to get this. But if you get straight A's, I'll double it. So it's like, I'm letting them know, like, your performance will dictate your outcome
how life works.
in real life. So, that's what I was on with that. I felt like it was efficient and effective, and it wasn't just for Christmas. This literally was like how I was running the household.
Also, one last thing about Christmas too, some smut on my girl. So
she had to catch one because she smutted you in the driving.
Absolutely. So, we from Philly.
Yeah.
We in the city, the culture of the Muslims. So when I met my girl, she was supposedly Muslim. So cool. Like, all right, cool. I already know what that means. So projecting to the future, no Christmas celebration. Say less. Right. But then, you know, women also just love spending money or whatever. So I'll never forget, like, we may have been a year or two in, whatever. She's like, and this is how women are slick. They try to gaslight you. So she was like, yes, I figured for this year for Christmas, we could do this. Oh, what you mean for this year? Like we did a previous year. You're Muslim, I thought. Like, I don't understand. Like you was talking Ramadan shit one time. I don't even get it. Like, what do you mean? We can't just do
she Muslim.
Exactly. A lot of people are. So in Philly, I always stood on business for sure with that shit. Yeah. She got me 1 year, and I was like when my daughter was 2. So it was like the first real year of celebrating Christmas with the baby.
Well, the baby ain't had nothing to do with it.
But no, because I was already in the mood to just buy shit. I'm like, all right, we can do Christmas gifts, whatever. Because I'm just buying shit for the baby already. Yeah. Before my daughter's born, I don't buy Christmas gifts. Yeah. Like I don't like we adults buy your own shit. I ain't buying.
Yeah, I'm not. We do Pollyanna though.
I respect.
So we do a Pollyanna, but yeah, I'm probably not the. That's what I do want to be more intentional. Like as I continue to grow and develop through my 30s, to be intentional about celebrating, especially like. Once I'm in that mode and I have a family, I'm building it, and it's like whatever. But it's like in the meantime, I'll send money or just buy gifts like for mine, like for my.
Shout out to Amazon too, boy. Right to you.
Right to you.
No problem.
Right to your door. High and ready.
So I want to shift gears real quick, whatever. I want to talk about Kens, we are in the. Also, by the way, side note. In the beginning, we said we talking about the new year, a lot of projection, a lot of celebration going on, whatever. Also, when we're recording this episode right now,
it's not the new year yet.
Right. I was talking about when they've seen this the new year, but yeah. So today, a year ago.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, we ran into each other at the gym.
Yeah.
And this podcast idea was semi-spawned. We met up again later on to really.
So I think that in that conversation, it spawned me asking you why you stopped yours.
Right.
It wasn't even in no.
I was 10 steps ahead. It spawned.
Oh. As soon as I sparked the light bulb, he had an idea. I was just trying to figure out why you had given up on it, whatever, and finding out like what was new in your life. You had a kid, you engaged now, this, that, and the third, woo. And then, was that the same day you sent the 4-page letter?
Yes, 4-page letter.
Oh, so yeah, I go to the movies with my girl at the time, and I open, I'm like, mine was in my request box.
In general,
I'm like, look, because now she's breathing down my neck, so it's this long message.
This bitch.
So I have to show her. Nah, this some dude, some random guy. I ran into it.
I seen him one time.
They don't even know him. No, I'm like, no, this is a dude who I know from the podcast space. So as I'm reading it, I'm like, I think I might even ask her, like, I'm like, I don't know, I'll just see. So I've kind of tabled it, and then I came back to it, and I was like, yo, let's meet up. And like you said, we met up like 2 days later, and from there it spawned into this. So shout out to us for aligning, because you didn't normally go on that day and I didn't normally go at that time. Whatever it was like it just happened in alignment, whereas though you're doing some fake ass pull-ups and here we are.
I have no pushback to this.
Yeah, because
you got me on pull-ups. I have no pushback.
He like I said, you jumped in. He like, yeah, he got up there and did nothing.
Doing 4 sets or 10 sets of 10.
Yeah, I did 10 sets of 10.
For you. You got
and
that.
I haven't done 10 sets of 10 in a minute, but at the time I was blown 10 sets.
I got 3 sets of 10s. That's all I got for you. I'm moving on.
It was something else I wanted to say about the Christmas stuff, but we already pivoted. But yeah, so I guess like as the new year is here for the viewers and the listeners, as of it is, like, I hope that y'all get off to the year that y'all want. I know a lot of people say new year, new me. We always say 1% better. I do feel like time is an illusion. I feel like if it's fucking New Year's Eve, Wednesday, it's still just Thursday the next day. Like, there's no time warp, time lapse where it is fucking we enter a new vortex. It's like, but I do use it as an opportunity for a fresh start. So just figure out what that looks like if you haven't started already. And if you started and you got some resolutions, stand on it. Like, don't focus so much on change, but just focus on growth. And I feel like people don't understand, like people think about change and you don't have to change. You can literally, most of the time we are who we are. Like you were the way you were as a kid, you just grew. So you got a little bit better. You refined yourself. Or you lost a step here. Maybe physically you weighed 50 less pounds when you was 21 than you do at 32. So it's like you ain't as fast as you was. But at the end of the day, it's not really too much change now. I'm not saying that there can't be ultimate shifts where it's like, no, I literally was like this and now I'm like that. For sure, that's a paradigm shift. But when we talk about just a year from December 31st to January 1st, just focus on being better. Just grow. Just focus on development and getting 1% better. And that's my formula. It's just like, doing what you're doing, but better. Like, how can I refine? How can I optimize? How can I develop in a way that allows for me to see incremental changes. It don't have to be drastic. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to cut off everybody, stop answering your phone, change your Instagram name. No, you literally can just say, you know what? I just want to read. I was reading 10 pages. I want to read 15. I was reading 1 book a month. I want to read 2. I was going to the gym 2 times. I want to go 3. So it's just like growing in the areas that you want to grow in and actually putting that growth to the use when it's time to do that. Because I feel like people have these things in a toolbox that they never draw on when it's called upon. It's just like you did all of this self-work, but it's not showing up when it needs to. Nah, like that's what you should be focused on for this year, just growing 1% better.
I definitely get that, but what's your thoughts on, is there such thing? Because again, like I feel like everybody can be or should be try to be all right 1% because that's any progress better than no progress.
100%.
But at the same time, wouldn't it be some people who probably do need drastic changes though?
100%. That's so it's like if we talking about shifts in like habits and behaviors, so when I say change, I'm more so saying as a person, you don't have to change. Changing habits is necessary for growth. So it's like you can't say that. Like people always say that they want something, but the input never matches the outcome that they want. Like you say you want a better body, but you do nothing in the gym to indicate that. You go there, grab content, and dip. You follow what I'm saying? You say that you want to be a better spouse, but you're not doing things that are like actually working on your communication. Like to say you're a communicator doesn't mean that, because people think because they vocal that they good communicators. Like, because I said it. No, it's like you have to literally refine your communication to say, what is this person's communication style? Like, how do they receive what I'm saying? How can I get through to them? How can I become a better listener in order to become better? So we think about the changes that need to be made, and that's just in one lane and one element. You got to refine different things about yourself. Like whatever that looks like, that's the changes. But to your personality, to your development, if it's not character development, like, all right, like I need to be a better communicator. I need to be a better listener. I need to be better. Then you don't have to change who you are. Like you don't have to become a different person to grow, but you do have to change your habits to grow. Are you just going to be the same person? If you sit here doing the same shit that you said you wasn't going to do no more, how do you expect to become a different version of yourself?
Right.
Or a more refined version?
And me and Ricky was actually talking about that, the idea of like transformation.
Yeah.
Because I know
important.
you could speak a lot on it. And I was thinking about myself, whereas like, you know, I always, again, it is cliche, and whether it's fucking March 1st or January 1st, if you want to start a change, there's no time to do it, then right that time. You don't got to wait till the year. But I feel like there's something about that end of the year when you think about the previous year. You know, we conditioned to be like, yeah, next year, let's see how it's gonna be, whatever. So I'm always just in a reflective state at this time of the year, whatever. But
But to that point, though, I feel like, all right, so when I say that the time is an illusion when we switching years, it's more so like people have goals that they set on January 1st, and by December 31st, they think they null and void. Like, fuck, damn, shit, got to figure something else out. I'm saying that, nigga, if you started on January 1st, 2024, and it's January 1st, 2025, you can continue that goal. Right. Like, you don't have to just throw the fucking goal away. And
it's over. It's done.
And I feel like I seen a quote a while ago that said people overestimate what could be done in a year, underestimate what could be done in 10. But I'll say what could be done in 2, what could be done in 5. So it's like, when you think about it, don't overlook the development and the growth that you sustained because December 31st came about, and now you think January 1st you have to have a whole new list of things to do. Motherfucker, just continue what you said you
keep working,
do.
yeah.
Just that's why I mean when I say just like that 1% better, it's like, accomplish the goal. Fuck the timeline. Fuck the time frame. I don't give a fuck if you do it at 25, 30, 35, 40. Accomplish the goal. That has to be your primary goal. To say, you know what? I said I was going to do this and I did it. You know what I mean? It don't have to happen by this date in order for it to be valid. It's like it's valid because you said you wanted to do it and you actually accomplished what you set out to do. So don't let these resolutions hinder you from actually making real progress. Let me get that. My guy, appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Shout out
the
to
anniversary acknowledgement.
Mr. J Hill. Appreciate you, brother.
But no, I definitely agree with all of that. And the idea, put on the table.
Yeah, because I can't reach around it. Appreciate it.
But
I could have did that though. You gonna cover up the bumbo? Well, how you say it? Bumbo.
But what's to say?
We're talking about people just thinking once.
Transformation. Yeah, because the idea of like, I feel like, of course, 1% change is better than nothing, whatever. But the idea of real transformation, I know you speak about Nasty Nine into Wolf, and you know this podcast from Ryan Q Live, and I think about many things that I've gone through to be like, oh no, my career choice now, total transformation before, whatever. So speak to the idea of transformation. I also feel like what's being left out sometimes is the toll it takes, like what you have, the habits you have to break, the people you have to let go, and the growing pains and uncomfortability through those processes. So you can speak on your experience of like what transformation is to you, what it takes for that. and sustaining as well.
I was gonna say, you said that it's something that y'all was talking about, so I kind of wanted to hear your thoughts on your transformation, and then I'll
yeah. So actually, what I said to him was like, I don't really know too many people that have transformed.
Seriously?
Honestly,
you know me.
Too many people.
Oh, I'm a part of the one too.
Like I know people that I feel like most people, not knocking anybody, most people kind of just stay the same. They stay the course, whatever, good or bad.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, good place, all right, cool, you good, and maybe no transformation is needed per se, whatever.
That's where the refinement just happens.
Right, but I know people that probably should go through a sense of transformation, whatever, and it's like, no, from when I first met this when they now, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, it literally
bag, whatever. So
to your point though, it's literally in alignment with what I was just saying about the input has to match the outcome you want. So like when you really self-assess and ask yourself, what do I want? Like, am I who I want to be, or who I thought I would be, or who I feel like I should be, or am I being me, or am I doing things, or am I the person that I need to be to get the things that I want? Right? So it's like a lot of the shit that we say we want is attached to a version of ourselves that we have to become in order to get that. So it's like it's a mindset, right? So the transformation isn't always drastic. It's in the day-to-day that when you look up, it's not a quantum leap that has to be made. It's incremental. And that was the things that I thought I could go cold turkey on certain things. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just cut this shit out. Like when I first got out the streets, it wasn't as cold turkey as I wanted it to be. I cold turkey got out, but my mind had to develop to even respect the regular way of living in a way that made me never revert back. So it was like I made the decision, because that's what it is. Transformation comes down to a decision. When I decide I'm not doing this no more, like it's like somebody say, I'm not smoking no more. Change comes from a decision. But if you indecisive about it, going back and forth, it's no real change. You're just going to be going in and out of it. But the moment you make a decision and you say, I'm no longer doing this, and you stand on it, from that day on starts the journey. So for me, when I said, all right, I know I'm not doing that no more, my journey started, but it's still a journey. So it's like I had to give myself time to develop on that journey to learn, like, this is how I learned conflict resolution. This is how I learned to become a better communicator. This is how I learned. But that's just in that area, right? Because like, you can't handle all of your issues with aggression. You can't handle every situation like this. Then it's like, all right, now I'm getting fascinated with like, all right, how can I get better? I got to become a better businessman, because these people here doing real business. You have to pay taxes on this side. You got to. Then it's like, all right, well, how can I be a better partner, right? Because like, all right, I'm getting relationships, but when you live a lifestyle and you operate on a lower vibrational side of yourself, you do things that's uncharacteristically okay, right? Because it's like, this is appropriated in this lifestyle that I'm living, and it's common. But it's like, if I want to say I want to be married, I got to do away with these type of behaviors. So the transformation, the mindset shift happened immediately. Like, I'm not doing this no more. The time frame had to take its course in order for me to be steadfast in the person that I am now, to know that I'm not that person. Like, and I'm okay with that. It's like, that don't mean now learning how to pick up things that I still need. It was like, all right, I don't really got to let that go. I just need to know how to filter this. But this shit right here don't serve the person that I am now to become or get where I'm trying to get to. So transformation is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to happen every night, but you can make the decision immediately. And that tell you this, let me add to this real quick. That's why, like, when I used to be like in my last 2 relationships, I'll be like, I had to learn the first relationship before my last one. It was like I was learning really what grace was. Like, damn, I gotta actually wait for this person to become who they could potentially be. But for me, this is where I established this. I'm not gonna rush your development, but I gotta at least feel like you on a path towards it. Like it's like when you think about a baby being in the stomach. It's like the baby don't gotta come out in a month, right? We know that's not gonna happen, right? But I need to know that it's growing inside of you. So when I think about it, it's like, I don't expect you to become this person overnight. You just healed, or you just this well-rounded person. But I want to see conscious efforts to become that. And when familiar things are presenting themselves, I want to see you react from your growth.
Input, output.
How you said what?
Input, output.
Yeah, the input-output concept. So it's like, with that being the case, it's like, that's what would make me feel like somebody be like, well, how do I know if I'm wasting my time in a relationship if somebody's not growing in development? You'll know you're wasting your time if January 1st, 2025, they said they wanted to do something, and it's January 1st, 2026, and they have not begun starting. And starting don't mean that they actually seeing incremental progress. It just means that they started. Maybe it involved them getting a gym membership, or, maybe it involved them not drinking, or maybe it involved them stop playing the game so much, or maybe it involved them getting a job. It could be, as long as you see the progress, everything after that it's just taking its course. So if I'm in a relationship or if I'm dating and I'm like, all right, I'll have grace. If I realize like, all right, this person never dealt with somebody that's emotionally intelligent, they never dealt with somebody that can communicate, I'm new to them. This is rare. Let me be patient. This is what my therapist also helped make me understand as well. Or let me be patient with it. But in my own development, I'm like, all right, but you're not even trying to get better. So this is a waste of my time. And every day that I stay beyond this time, I consciously wasted my time because I knew that it wasn't going to be that. But if I'm seeing little growth and they're like, well, what would happen if they start and then they stop? Then it's like, that's where you kind of use discernment. It's like, is they growing at a pace fast enough that when they stop, I'm okay with the delay? Or is it like they just doing it enough just to get me to feel like they doing it and then they stop and it's like, all right, now I'm out.
Yeah, I can speak to that idea of like grace and time and development. Cause
yeah, you got a diamond.
That, but also in the midst of that dime, when I first met my girl a dime ago, she was like, I'm about to be a nurse. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, gives a fuck, whatever. You know, like I said, men don't really give a fuck what women do, really. Yeah. All right, but a nurse, cool. A dime later, she became a nurse. Yeah, so
you see what I'm saying though?
Along that path was now to the point some of the frustration was along that way. It was like, are you really maximizing your time? Are you like really doing what
could have had been 6?
Exactly. Like, you know, so that was like part of like why towards the end I was like over that shit. I don't I
don't even care.
Literally,
fuck that.
Yeah, don't give a fuck. And when she passed, like I was like, just
didn't even celebrate. We celebrated this.
Yeah,
nigga didn't even celebrate.
Like burnt the fuck out. Like I remember having a conversation with people saying, no, but like, I mean, they still get it done. And I told them, yo, you know, your grace is done now. I don't want to hear about no more school, another thing. Because you didn't, to me, how I looked at it, being a part of that dime, the time wasn't maximized.
No, so
it's
valid.
like, yeah, so, but you know.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's valid because
it was a journey.
Yeah, no, because at the end of the day, when we get in these relationships, we walk them journeys with people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if they go to school, even if you're not in school, the schedule affects your schedule. You know what I mean? It was like, if they got a certain job, that's a certain time. And so it's like being in a union is like, I have to modify my life to fit your schedule and vice versa. So as a man who we perfectly fine with, if I can take care of everything and you could just be happy, I'm gonna take care of everything. Me sacrificing that to create that room for you to be able to do that, I want you to value my time too. It's like, if I'm working harder so I can take care of that, so you could go to school and but you lollygagging? Oh yeah, you got me fucked up. Wrap this shit up expeditiously. Because now it's like, the fucking crazy part about it is, and I actually seen this in real time where one of my homies worked 2 jobs a few years ago for his girl to finish nursing school and all that. He was taking care of everything. Like, this nigga was stressing, struggling. You feel what I'm saying? And by the time she got the nursing shit, it was like she felt like she outgrew him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a real thing. And so it's like, that's why when we talk about, you know, men being supportive or whatever the case may be, men often understand that a woman's progression for her is for her. Whereas though a man's progression is for us, it's for the family. I want to make more so I can do more because I'm a provider. It's in my nature. I'm a protector. It's in my nature. I'm going to the gym because I know that I have daughters and it's like, they're going to have boyfriends. I have to be able to physically be in shape and ready for whatever because I'm a man, right? But it's like, I don't mind investing in my woman, but I also understand that her advancement typically creates more independence. It's not to say in all situations that it does that, but this is the exception versus the rule. The rule is, in most cases, we see what happened to my homie is like, yeah, she got here and was like, I'm here. You know what I mean? And it's like, the exception might be to the women that's like, no, like they stay in the line. But that's why I always say women, as creatures of evolution and as a man, you should always be striving to get better, because if you're going to invest in her for her to get better, you got to invest twice as much into yourself to make sure you get better so you can stay the leader. So it's like, it ain't about, see, a lot of men think they can move their money around. All right, I'm going to just get her this business, I'm going to get her that. But in the same time she building this business, she also building her mindset. She's building her habits. She's building different traits within self that's making her a different person, where though you might have the finances, but you might not go to the gym, you might not do, so you're not even building you. So by the time it come down to it, she's more educated than you, she's more resourceful than you, and if the money is like, now she's looking for somebody that can stimulate her mentally, because the stability has already been provided. So if you're going to invest into your woman, you want to also invest doubling in you so you can stay out in front. It's like, as leaders in the workspace or as entrepreneurs and business owners, I'm going to invest into my team, but I'm going to invest twice as much into me, because I got to still be able to come to the team with a plan. I can't just like, all right, invest to the team and expect them when they outgrow me, wonder why they want to be the boss. It's like, all right, the leader.
No, few thoughts about that. So one, about the idea of like being a companion, going through a journey. I was talking to someone about that. I always been about my girl, whatever, to my friends, whatever, and especially to my female friends. Of course, feminism alliance. Nurses work hard. No, they don't. But so I was saying
you live with that,
and I was saying something about, and they was like, I mean, I said something like, yeah, like I damn near went through nursing school with her. And they was like, whoa, what did you did? I'm like, no, y'all don't really get it. Like, I feel like even outside of me, if you with someone in a relationship, for the most part, anything they went through, you went through. Like that can even be like on the dark side, like a sickness when somebody is sick. The 100%. Person you with, y'all going through that, or
if
even
got to do a bid.
I was gonna say the jail. That's the biggest example. Even family shit. If that person in jail, whole family there and they're in jail. Like we all together.
Every example you gave is knowledge.
So that's a real thing when you tied in with regards to degree. Y'all both are going through that journey together. Of course, it's maybe degrees of the experience, but we in this shit together, and it's affecting both of us. Like.
But the thing is, because as men, we don't often express like the things that affect us because we just not wired to complain about it. We just look at like this will come with it. Like we understand, like okay, if she has to go to class for this amount of hours, I have to pick up over here. Then that's just what comes with the fucking role and the responsibility.
And we just looking towards the finish line
because that's why the finish line is so important.
Right.
Like, you better get to this finish line because I'm in this car with you and I'm showing my support. So it's like 1 month you want to be a nurse, the next month you want to do this, the next month you want to do that. So now your indecisiveness is making it look like you ain't going nowhere. It's like, so now all of the sacrifices that I'm making to try to help you is now taking a toll on us because I'm not seeing no results behind it. But let's even pivot a little bit, right? And I was even thinking about the fact that we go through things when we're in a relationship, whichever your partner is experiencing is affecting you. I feel like it don't get talked enough about that men go through postpartum as well. Now, I know that we're going to get some kickback for that. No, y'all don't. But let me explain to you how it look different, whatever the case may be. I'm not talking about the physical changes within the body, but we be depressed as well after we have a kid because we have to now think about how we're going to provide for this child and how we're going to provide for you on top of trying to help you deal with the things that you're going through this season and trying to be there while getting bombed on, right? So it's like, I got to be your emotional outlet. You know what I mean? You outlast, you letting out
punching bag.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a punching bag. I'm your emotional punching bag. You know what I mean? And then I still got to be able to show up on top of trying to learn and become a father for this new child that we got. And it's like, that's something that a lot of men who first-time fathers who never been there, that don't know the amount of pressure or whatever, don't know what to expect, they go through it too. It's just from a provide and protection standpoint, worried about the safety of the child, worried about now the decisions that they make and how it's affecting their child and being able to be, you know what I mean, to be effective as a parent. So it might not look like an emotional cry and this and that, but a lot of men be stressed out trying to figure that part out, and they don't get called postpartum depression. But it's this, if you saying you had a baby and it's now you're you feeling this postpartum, you don't feel like yourself, you think this motherfucker don't feel like himself, you're like, he dealing with what you dealing with, especially if y'all in the household together. You know what I mean? Like, some of us had different experiences because I wasn't in the household for the infant stage because I wasn't in a relationship. But at the same time, I know that I still remember going through these mindset shifts and trying to figure it out. Like, walking out of the hospital, like, damn, like, I really got a kid. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, now it's not just about me. Now if I don't got no money, how the fuck my kid gonna eat? So it's like, that's a different type of postpartum than if you throw in the fact that y'all got multiple kids, bills, this, that, and then you still gotta try to be there for your partner. That's something that don't get talked about enough or don't even get recognized. But it's like, this is not minimizing or discarding the real fact of what women go through. It's just an add to it. Like, y'all both going through some shit. You're not the only one that's in a fucked up mental space right now. So it's best that y'all find a healthy resolve to figure out ways to respect each other's mindset and process without going at each other or minimizing and saying that, thinking that your problem's way more than his, because we don't know the weight of somebody else's problems. And that's the problem that the world does not understand. Something could be incrementally small to you, but it could be a massive thing to somebody else. It might be something small, but to this person is big. So I never try to say what a problem means to me. For you, it's like, I don't know what it means to you, so I'm gonna meet you at your level. Like, if Q think this is a big deal, all right, that's my cause, that's a big deal to him, I'm gonna make it a big deal. It don't gotta necessarily be something that's big to me. So if you're in a relationship, you're talking about with your actual romantic partner, something might seem like it's not that big of a deal to you as a woman or to you as a man, but that don't mean it's not big to your partner. So respect each other's process and respect each other's the size of somebody's problems. Like, you know, $100 might make somebody's day where it might not be nothing to somebody else. $1,000, $1 million, it could all be said the same, but it's about understanding, like, all right, that's not that big a deal to me, but I still have to meet them where they at and understand what it means to them.
Absolutely. And to give you credit from a couple episodes ago when you was talking about men need to be the protector of a situation for women because they don't use force and shit like that. I think about that with me and my girl and our baby because I knew everything about me being a parent. I kind of already saw it coming. Whatever I use foresight to a T. I was like, one and done. It's gonna change everything. It's gonna be stressful. The whole early stages, the first year or two, gonna be fucking aggravating and shit. I know me personally. One of the reasons I've always took being a parent, childbirth so seriously, because I truly look at it like it's a miracle to have a baby fully healthy, nothing wrong per se, whatever. Like when my daughter was born, I was counting her fucking fingers and her toes nonstop, and it was like a whole just a whole thing. She had a breathing problem at first, that shit. So it was even through the whole 9 months. She was born during COVID, so that added a whole other layer of anxiety. So the whole time I was just hoping she was just healthy and just born, everything's cool. So that alone was like, I'll never do this shit again. Like, it's just done. Like, why would I keep going through it? So that's one. Two, I know having a newborn, it's fucking annoying and it's stressful. Not sleeping. She was colic, so she was crying all the fucking time. Like, our dynamics change. You going through your own shit that we always know you're already going through. Nobody can fuck what I'm going through. It is what it is, whatever. So I already knew it was a whole ordeal that we would have to tackle.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to do that again? Like, I already knew this, but to the point about having to protect women from themselves, I already saw it happening. I saw it in real time. And I remember it happening. Yeah. She don't. So she always trying to play with that idea. I mean, yeah, we can kind of do it again. And you're like, huh? Nigga, do what again? Like, what the fuck? Like, have a root canal again? Like, why would I want to do that again? That don't make sense. So
do you think that having the experience now would make it easier though?
Having experience now?
As a parent, you guys experience now, both of y'all.
So doing it again will make it easier?
Would it make it easier for y'all?
No, I think it make it worse.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think it make it worse. I think it's like because you already got one, so let's do it again. Like I can see someone saying, "Oh, you already did it," so you like riding a bike type shit. But it's like no, I look at it as like I'm riding 2 bikes at the same time. So it's like and one bigger than the other, and one got no wheels and shit like that.
One
so
got training wheels. One
like so it's like why would I just make my life just harder?
Yeah, like, I think that's interesting. But yeah, like you said, just like tying it all the way full circle to just like experiencing what your partner is going through. Like this is a lot of like where, women feel like they shine as far as in being nurturers and all that because they tend to embody what their man or try to. Like if a man let a man, and that's a lot of the times why we don't tell women what we're going through because we understand that it's like I always say, like a woman is not going to wake up one day and tell her son that the lights is about to be cut off. Not because she want to hide it from him, but because she don't want him to worry. When she know if she's a single parent, that is on her to figure it out. She don't want to put that stress on her son for him to try to figure it out. So as men, we embody that same role where it's like, yeah, I got some shit going on, but I'm not about to bring this to you. Not because you're not my partner, but more so because I'm protecting you from your own overthinking and you feeling like you have to now. It's not to say if you got, you can add to the solution because then, of course, we want to bring it. But it's just putting that stress on your plate where it's unnecessary, where I already know that I'm going to figure it out. So it's like going through with your partner, understand that we go through with each other going through is about understanding how to navigate through that space. Like using your foresight as a man, what should I share? What shouldn't I share? Like for me, if it's something that I know I'm gonna have a solution to and it's something that's my responsibility, I don't have to share that. It's like, that's beyond your jurisdiction of needing to know. But if it's like something that I feel like will spill into my partner, whereas like I understand that this is gonna throw my mood off, my energy off, then whatever I decide to share will be in accordance to communicating that, look, I'm in this space. It's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. This is what I have going on. I don't need you to try to help me through this. I don't need you to try to provide or think for me or come with solutions. I just need you to understand that what I'm dealing with has nothing to do with you. And you can choose to bring energy to me that raises my vibration, or you can choose to spend time over there so that you're not bothered by it. But what I don't need you to do is for you to try to extract it out of me, because now you're going to make something that wasn't your problem a problem that we now have to deal with.
There's another problem.
It's a whole nother problem because you're trying to figure out what the problem is. And it's like sometimes when you say what's wrong and we say nothing, it just means nothing. And even if it means something to us, it means nothing that you should be concerned about. It means nothing for you. It don't always mean nothing is wrong. It means nothing that you should be worried about.
You know what's funny about that? Like I feel that's like a strong skill set of mine. Like I don't mind my business about anything that's truly not my business. Yeah. Like my mind don't wander. Like if it ain't on my table, I don't be like, I want to do something at the table. I would like,
why is she limping?
Yeah, like, and again, I know I can be sometimes. My friends say
I might be curious. She come in limping. Fuck was you doing?
My friends call me aloof sometimes. I kind of be like, I mean, yo, if you ain't bring it to my attention, like, or cause I'm a person that can talk about anything. Yeah, I'm not like that dense or that distant. Yeah, that I don't want. You can't bring something to my attention. But if you're not gonna bring it to my attention, I feel I'll be kind of subconsciously expecting myself from others, where I'm an open book, so I can talk about anything. So I'll be thinking people will bring it to me.
Transparent. Yeah. You told me I'm over transparent. You said I overshare. Some shit like that. Whatever you
over communicate. I think you
over communicate.
Over explain shit like that. Whatever. Yeah. But I don't mind it though. So so when I see someone say, oh no, you didn't know this person's going through this, then I'm like, they didn't say it. I'm like, if they didn't bring it to my table, I'm not gonna fucking want it under the table. Like, so
it's not my business.
Yeah, that's how I naturally am. Whatever. What was I gonna say as well?
Yeah, but no, while you figure that out, you can not figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing you a life raft.
Yeah. So I don't know how about this though. I'm gonna say something else about the wife shit. Oh, it's cool. I was gonna say this. Do you think so? I feel when you asked me that question about would it be easier to have a kid now, I feel you kind of had your own thoughts about it.
Yeah.
So now that you're older, you kind of went through growing pains. You think having a kid now would make things easier for you? Or?
I don't know what challenges it'll present. I feel like each child will present something different, and it's going to grow you in ways that you expose you to new versions of yourself.
I agree with that.
So I don't know what it'll look like. I know that it is my intention to do once I'm in that space. Probably like, I always say like, I want to take these next couple years to build. I got my kids that I got, they at an age that's finally, they're independent, they self-sufficient, independent enough to where though it's not like I got to be in dad mode all day. I'm now just coaching them, right? You get to a certain point, your kids get a certain age, you become, I'm in a corner, I'm coaching them. Well, I got a 9-year-old, so it'll look a little different, but she's still 9 years old. So it's not like I got a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, so we beyond those phases. So for me to go start from infant, I want to give myself a little bit more time, but I'm excited because honestly, as I had to grow as a person while growing as a father.
For sure.
So it's like I was a kid with a kid. I say that often. I was 16 when I had my first kid. Didn't even know myself to even know about fatherhood. Then when I had my second kid, I was 23, still relatively young. I never really had it figured out within self. So now that I'm more stable, I would like to see what that looks like as a parent. So I'm more so looking forward to the opportunity to see what I can do at this newfound level of growth and, experience and things like maturity. That. You know what I mean? And then being able to go through the whole 9 of, like I haven't had the pregnancy experience of 0 to 9 months with a woman where it's like I'm watching her go through all these different changes and I'm at Lamaze classes and I'm at ultrasound visits and we planning a baby shower together. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to experience those things. So I'm excited for that because that's a new opportunity. Now, if I did that 3 times, like I said, I'd be like, man, we're not doing no more baby showers. Get a registry, send the shit, no more baby showers after 2. I can understand the sentiments of people who go through that because it's like, man, we already know what this shit about to be. But for me, I still want to have, although I did have those experiences with my other kids, it wasn't like a collective. Totally, and I still want to do it. So, I'm actually excited for what that look like.
And I'll say as well, like sign up before we pivot, I'll give credit to because certain people are like truly, I'll say women especially, truly motherly. Like they don't they have like the greatest, highest feminine energy, motherly energy ever. They don't really get flustered. Like patience. Patience and nurturing, whatever. And I think like I totally understand those type people where it's like, oh yeah, like no. Pump her with kids. Like he keep like shit like
she
that.
Fit
for sure. Like, for sure. Where I feel like I think everybody, I don't think as many people are really that honest with themselves. We're like, yo, like, do you really, will a kid make your life better?
Yeah.
Will a kid make your life harder? What about the complicated shit? Is your kids even gonna be, is it about to make their lifestyle worse? And I feel like, and I think because people just be fucking, and then just kids come from fucking, they don't really think about the intentionality of like, yo, is this really necessary? Again, outside of the whole abortion thing, just literally just the idea of like, would this be a better decision?
But that's the thing, though. You got to understand when we talk about foresight.
Right.
So, because women are rude in their emotions, and emotions constantly fluctuate, in the moment, they're going off how they feel.
Right.
So, if they feel good about the situation, or if they feel like it's not a good situation, but the baby can turn the situation good, they're ruling their decision based on that. This is where a man has to foresee and say, okay, I have to be responsible because men got the first decision, women got the final say. So it's like I said a couple years ago, all women chose their baby father, but not all men chose their baby mom. And they lost their mind. Huh? What? It's niggas that's out here trapping women. It's men that's out here trapping women and this, that. Like, listen, I get it. I understand what you're saying, right? But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the fact remains the same that it's your body, your choice, right? You can't pick and choose when we want to acknowledge the fact that it's your body, your choice. Because I've seen men try to get a woman pregnant and she say, I'm going to get rid of it. And I've seen a man be like, I don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. And he had absolutely no choice. So like the fact remains the same. women choose their baby fathers. Men don't always choose their baby mom. A man can intend to have this woman as a baby mom, but it might not always work out. But the moment she has child in stomach, she chose that nigga, whether she like it or not. Even if she said, I didn't choose him, I chose my baby. Whatever, you stuck with him. It is what it is.
Girl math.
But yeah, girl math all the time. But to get all the way back on the subject of what was your last point when you said about the life, if it's a better decision? So as a man, before you even give the woman that final say, you have to foresee that. You got to say, look, am I, like, what is my intent behind what I'm about to do? Do I intend to deal with her? Because, you know, some men have kids just to carry legacy. So it's like, if you like, I don't even care about what she become or what they become. I want my baby. So I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's what you decide to do. And it's like, all right, it can still be a healthy parenting dynamic, even if it's not a relationship involved. But if you don't even know what your intentions are and you just going off the sex and the chemistry and that type of stuff, then you dooming yourself, because the moment that's disrupted, the child is in for a world of y'all BS. And now the child becomes collateral damage behind two adults who could never figure it out because y'all were just fucking but couldn't fucking communicate. Y'all was fucking, but y'all didn't fuck with each other. Y'all was fucking, but y'all didn't fucking understand what this shit could become. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all just out here fucking doing shit. But without that, you know what I'm saying? Without that sense of understanding and knowing, like, yo, look, this is what this could become, right? And knowing that this is what this might look like, then you'll always find yourself in a tumultuous situation. And it wasn't even intended. But one more thing I'm going to say to that matter, too, in regards to just ladies not really thinking about beyond that, is like, you can't fuck a nigga in a relationship. You can't fuck a nigga out of one. You can't fuck a nigga. You could fucking can make a nigga he can have a child, but then gonna make him a dad or a father. That don't mean he's gonna be present. So it's like the moment you fuck up as a parent, the moment your decision to have this child is attached to the outcome of the relationship. Some women just be like my mom. What I love about my mom, she always say, I chose sorry baby fathers. She never put her dad on child support. She never did none of that. She said, I decided to keep y'all when them niggas said don't do it. And I knew that if I had to raise y'all by myself, that's what it was. That's not mean it's okay what they said. But she took accountability in that capacity where it was like, these are my children. Whether y'all help out or not, these are my babies. If you're a woman and that's how your mindset is and that's how you view it, power to you. I don't think that you should be left to raise a child alone, but I can respect your decision to have it with or without the dad's help, because you stand on business. But if you think for 1 second that you having this baby is going to make any significant change in the dynamic or is going to change it hard, you gambling. And you don't always win when you put a parlay in. You putting a parlay in on the baby and you took the over when you should have took the under. And now you sitting here stuck with the little, situation.
Probably gonna crap out most likely. Gonna crap
out. Because if a nigga, men will tell you.
Unfortunately, gonna crap out.
Yeah, like a nigga will tell you what he on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta believe what a nigga say. A man, I'm taking heed. I can say man. I can say nigga a little less. You know what I mean? A man will tell you what he's on. I'm gonna say nigga sometimes, but it just depends how I'm feeling. But a man will tell you what he's on. He's going to tell you what his intentions are with that. And if you're pregnant and he says, I don't want this baby. I don't want the baby. It don't always mean I don't want you. It don't always mean that we can't still. It just might mean that I'm not ready for this. And this is so messed up about it, man. And it's almost to where as though a baby offers more security than a wedding ring. Whereas though, if a woman want to be with a man forever or have some type of ties to him, she's better off having a baby. And that's not to say that it's healthy for the child. Right. I said the woman.
That'd be a lot more collateral damage.
There's a lot more way more collateral damage. But on the reverse side of it, when of a shoe drop, is now you stuck with this child if this man finds a way to just disappear or just say, I'm gonna just accept child support. I'm gonna just accept being you know what I mean? And it's like, just really try to think, man. Like, just really try to think that shit through. Where we at though? All right, we finna
playing the plan, yeah.
Yeah, so go out, let you go.
No, but that was it. I'll leave it on a little cliffhanger for the next episode. So we'll open up the next John. I know we wanted to touch on this as well, to touch on the topic of like the idea of like organic relationships. I feel like this era, this time of like social media, business entrepreneurship, like that, whatever. Like how often and how hard it is to find like just organic bonds or organic interaction or organic people.
Yeah, that's definitely something we could definitely tap into. You wanted me to land it, or you want to pick up?
Oh, we can land. We pick up next time.
Yeah, so we'll talk about organic relationships, and y'all already know what I say, man. First of all, make sure y'all go shop with her fantasy box. Make sure y'all shop with Be Love. Luxury do-rags and scarves.
Put the Dewey on again.
I ain't gonna put it on. We could have just gonna take it. Nah. Make sure y'all shop with them, and make sure y'all check out Expansion LLC for credit repair services and credit mentoring. That's XPANSION LLC. And make sure y'all check out Be Loved. I don't have the Instagram offhand, but we will put it on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all continue to you know, let people know, man. Y'all know
I was
we
outside
always
for
say-
Dipset.
Hold on, I'm trying to put this joke on. As y'all let people know we grow, you know what I mean? We just want y'all to get 1% better. Do not gatekeep this information. I hope that y'all off to an amazing start to y'all year. I hope that this year offers you everything that you set out to become. And I hope that you understand that transformation, the decision to transform can be done immediately, but the transformation is in a journey and it has to be done incrementally by making daily decisions to get 1% better. And that's all we encourage y'all to do, is just get 1% better. So I ask that y'all continue to like, share, comment, subscribe, and you know, follow us on all platforms. Make sure you download it. You know what I mean? Follow us on the Wolf Network at wolfnetwork.wsc. The YouTube is Wolf Network. The audio is the Wolf Has Spoken podcast. I'm at Wolf WSC. Who you?
Ryan Q Live, as in the right side on QUE. Ryan Q Live. You know, follow me there, man. Check me out.
Yeah, man. And just continue to just get better, continue to develop. And until next time, we see y'all again soon, man. The Wolf Has Spoken, man. We out. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.